There's no reason my house shouldn't have burned except for them. I mean, my rugs on my front porch and back porch were burnt. Why didn't my house burn down?
And while they were loading up the car with what they could grab, there was ash falling already. And that was kind of when I realized, okay, this could be a reality.
So on September 7th of 2020, there was an extreme wind event on the Mackenzie and across Oregon. The Holiday Farm Fire started on the upper Mackenzie, and it burned over 173,000 acres, and over 500 homes were lost. The reason the Mackenzie Community Land Trust was stood up is because all of the Mackenzie corridor is unincorporated, and which means there's no city government, there's no way for the kind of local community to make decisions for their community moving forward. It's relying on Lane County. I'm standing in front of the 1906 plat map for the community of Blue River. Back then, Cascade Street, or what we know as Blue River Drive now, was the main highway. The main highway went through the town. We created a nonprofit that can buy land and build affordable homes, because that's one of the things that we're losing or have lost since the Holiday Farm Fire is affordability. You know, they say with disaster comes opportunity. Well, here we are.
From this point forward is where I have done my rebuilding. So everything from the ground up had to be done. That was my loss during the fire. My true loss is my trees. My nephew woke me up the night of the fire, and he had his phone on. I didn't. And he said, Aunt Shelley, we gotta go. And I said, oh, that's not the fire. Those are emergency vehicles down on the highway. I was pretty wrong and pretty disoriented. And so when I came back the next day, I realized that fire on that hillside, I mean, that's right above the highway. I was totally amazed. Once daylight came and a little smoke traveled out and I really got my bearings, pretty amazing. But
I grabbed what my dad had managed to pack. The traffic was really bad coming into town at 1 a.m. And so it was very, very slow, long, scary drive. Feeling grief is not only okay, it's perfectly expected, because not only did I have memories in that house, there were also things that we were planning on and planning for, bringing our nieces and nephews or kids, grandkids, making future memories.
So we got chili and cornbread over here. Sign up on our contact sheet. How are you? When the Jones sisters donated the property for community benefit, or had an interest to do so, community nonprofits came together and actually wrote a letter to the Jones sisters expressing the interest to have it be for the community benefit. Incredible, generous gift by these three sisters and this family that cares so much about Blue River, and also agreed to do a community listening session to determine what are the best uses for this 16 acres. It's an incredible opportunity for the Mackenzie community that had an interest to come and listen to the wastewater assessments and what's been learned, as well as the zoning opportunity for all of the greater Blue River, but specifically for Three Sisters Meadow. We know there's likely going to be a lot of nice open space, some pedestrian paths is some of the part of the vision to connect downtown to the Mackenzie Community School. The main goal really is to hold on to Blue River as for the community, for long-term full-time residents, people that have, many of which have lived there for multiple generations of their family, and holding on to that community is key. We are trying to focus on what's next for Blue River. A lot of dreaming is still happening, and some of those dreams are coming true.
he was evacuated for 2.5 years. It affected him tremendously. He actually developed ulcers. when I finally got the fence so that I could bring him back home, coming up the driveway you guys came, his head was out the window of the horse trailer and he just started whinnying. It was just like, I'm home, I'm home. And I really didn't think about it. He's thrived since he's got back home. That's why I think it's so important to get the message out to this community, especially because the trauma now is subsiding a little bit. And so hopefully people are starting to realize what lessons did we learn. And the big thing that I like to share with people is be ready.